Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. A classic line, iconic, but Nolan barely gives it room to breathe. It lands, kind of, more like a whisper, buried under 3 hours of heavy-handed cinematography. Right, let's talk about Oppenheimer. Christopher Nolan, Cillian Murphy, all the hype in the world. But here's the problem. Hype can be dangerous, and honestly this movie doesn't quite live up to it for me. Don't get me wrong, it has moments of absolute brilliance, but overall it feels overlong, overstuffed, and definitely overhyped. Now, the movie follows J. Robert Oppenheimer from nerdy physicist to morally conflicted atomic bomb father. The premise is incredible, the stakes are huge, but the execution, well, it's a slog. Now, did you know that Nolan used practical explosions for the Trinity test? Yeah, real fire, real smoke, and you'd think that would wow me, but honestly, it's visually impressive, but emotionally flat. It's style over substance in that particular sequence. Now, there's a key scene in the film, the Trinity test sequence, where there's a huge build-up, a big explosion. It is visually striking for sure, but here's the issue. The tension is dragged out for so long, it felt like I was waiting for a bus that never arrives. I expected awe, but mostly I felt fatigued by the time the moment came around. Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. A classic line, iconic, but Nolan barely gives it room to breathe. It lands, kind of, more like a whisper, buried under 3 hours of heavy-handed cinematography. Now, the acting is good. Cillian Murphy and Emily Blunt, they do try their hardest. And then you have the cinematography, it's just gorgeous. Seriously, it looks like art in motion. But the problem is the pacing. It's slow, overlong, and occasionally pretentious. Some courtroom and exposition heavy scenes do feel like filler, padding a movie that already feels too long. Now, did you know that Nolan shot IMAX 65mm for insane clarity? And it does look beautiful, but if you can stay awake, because the movie's pacing makes it easy to nod off during dialogue heavy stretches. You have the confrontation between Oppenheimer and General Groves. It's tense, sure, but dialogue heavy scenes like this do drag, and while they're important historically, they're not cinematic fireworks. It's the kind of scene where you admire the craft but still wish you were somewhere else. In the end, we are all responsible for the consequences of our actions. A solid line, serious, but Nolan delivers it with all the subtlety of a freight train. So like I say, the acting, the cinematography, the moral weight, the production value are very, very good. But it's the pacing and the overlong runtime, the heavy-handed delivery, style over engagement in parts that lets it down. And overall, it's a film that looks amazing and tries hard to be profound, but doesn't quite succeed in keeping me fully invested. So my final verdict, I give Oppenheimer a 6 out of 10. It's not terrible, it's not unwatchable, but honestly it's overrated. It is beautifully made for sure, but at the end of the day I left feeling drained, bored at times, and wondering if it really deserved all the hype. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you for the next one. Cheers.